But one rescuing thing is that Pat does admit it takes him a long, long time to write these essays, and you can see why, because there are so many things to them. I only have tonight 4 open mic readers signed up. So if someone else gets brave while these 4 are reading, then that would be delightful if we could hear from more of you. Pat, I would like people to be able to go ahead and purchase books, and so maybe while you're listening to the open mic, if you could just go back there and sit back there by the bookseller so that you can sign them, and don't leave without signing mine.
All right.
And if somebody wants to just sneak back and buy a book during the open mic, that would be fabulous. Otherwise, we're not going to be here too long, and so you might be able to just hang in until after the open mic and buy a book. And be sure and stop and visit with Pat on your way out. So first we will have Kath, then Patrick, another Patrick. This is Patrick Ramsey from Ogden. He drove all the way up here. He's so wonderful. Ronald Jensen and Brittany McDonald. Come on up one after another.
Hi. It's my first time, so be gentle with me. It's taken a lot to get me up here, and I'm not a writer. This is a 2-part poem, and for those of you who are familiar with Jane Austen or Keira Knightley movies, this one's called My 21st Century Mr. Darcy. So, close your eyes, if you will, and imagine the best kiss you have ever had. His kiss is captivating, but captivating is not a strong enough word for how he holds you in his kiss. It is like, just for that moment, nothing else exists or will exist. His kiss draws you into his world, his time, his place, his whole being. When his lips connect with yours, you meet him again for the first time. You are, in that moment, captured. He holds you in that time, in that place, with only his kiss, but your whole world spins outside his touch. Then, in that single moment, he gently reminds you he is there. He caresses your lips with his tongue, a delicate action so soft and tender, but you remain a captive in his kiss. It is equally definite, strong, sensual, passionate, overwhelmingly sexual, and all about him. He tells you with that touch that you are still inside his kiss. Then, as soon as the moment arrived, with that strong, definite, tender caress, he releases you and the world stops spinning. You exist again. His kiss leaves you undone, lost in every sense of the word, but all at once free again. But what does my freedom mean to you? When once you release me, you tell me your secret. You have silently and tenderly been assaulting me. Your kiss and your whole being was your weapon of choice, and I was at your mercy, and you loved it. But I wanted it, I desired you, I needed you like a drug, and I came back from agony for another hit, only satiated until the next time, and the next time, and the next. Your hands were always gentle, always tender, passionate, and sensual, and I actively consented to every single assault. Your captivating kiss was always the start of it, the start of the assault by you. You, an HIV-positive man. Why, in that kiss, did you fail to whisper that to me? Why was I so unimportant to you? Why did you secretly assault me, time after time after time? When you did finally share your secret with me, it should have set me free again. I am clear and should remain that way. Your assaults left no injuries, but a deep and painful wound in my heart. And I may never trust a man fully again. Although I am released from you, I am not yet out of your control. You will always be captive inside your own kiss. And one day, Against my better judgment, in a moment of pure passion, I may join you there again.
Okay, my name is Patrick Ramsey. I am from Weber State University. I'm a senior in their creative writing program. I think I'm gonna read a. How many can I read? What?
7 minutes.
Okay. Does it start when I get up here, or does it start
Yep,
when
it started 40 seconds ago, Patrick.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I can't find it. Okey-dokey. So sorry. Okay. Because I'm struggling to find one, I'm just going to read this one titled How to Talk About It. Let me preface this by telling you I'm a pretty quiet person. There are a few reasons why, but mainly being quiet is easy. You just sit back and witness. It's comfortable for me, or it was. On June 12, 2016, I half woke up in the middle of the night to reports in the media of a world trembling. Hoping it was a nightmare, I fell back into a restless sleep and woke up later that morning to a higher death toll. The world is crying now. I'm part of that world. It shakes and I shake with it. I could hear my own pulse that morning. Pulse, pulse, pulse. I close my eyes and try to hear my friends' pulses too. There are 49 less pulses. In a group text message with my best friends, we say how much we love each other. The world is still crying. We don't know how to talk about it, but we learn their names. It's important that we know them. I don't know how to respond. I break up with my boyfriend that night because all I can think about is how he told me that one reason he liked me was because he couldn't tell that I was gay. How when I told him that I was getting a yoga membership, he said that was too gay. How I, a quiet person already, was consciously speaking less, and when I did speak, it was deeper. Mimicking the bro talk of a macho asshole, the world is still crying. And I'd spent the past few months, maybe even the past few years, trying to turn someone on with strategic linguistics. How messed up is that, man? I knew now how to respond. I thought about all the times I was told to be quiet. I thought about terror telling Love in Orlando to be quiet. And the word that kept coming back to me was louder. I need to be louder. Louder for my friends made family by our trials. Louder for the time my sister said they should be able to get married, but they shouldn't be able to call it marriage. Louder for the time my father scoffed and rolled eyes at the headband I was wearing to hold back my long and swooping hair. I thought it was beautiful, but I cut it a few days later. Louder for the parts of me I'm still afraid of. Louder for the hairy-legged man in a tight sequin dress. I stare at him in the elevator because butterflies are rare in beehives. Louder because it feels so good to walk down 25th, proud to be holding a hand as big as mine, while we hopped over sidewalk cracks and nearly danced through every crosswalk. That was a good day. Louder because his mother needs to know that even though I don't have the body to feed her grandchild or to fill a dress, I could find room on my hip for the child of her son and real space in my heart to love it no less. Louder because the leading cause of death among Utah children ages 10 to 17 is suicide. Louder because there's a reason for that. Louder because 600 children. The world is still crying. Louder because the chief medical examiner of Utah says we're certainly on track for being over 600 this year. Because we're talking numbers now, think about it this way. The collective empty seats could fill 29 classrooms. Now imagine walking through an empty school. Louder for the 7th grader who packaged every word in masculinity before it fell out of his mouth. Louder for the kid who was in bed at night, not sleeping, but begging his God to make him straight. Let me tell you a secret, sweet child. The power of prayer won't fix what isn't broken. I wish someone had told me that. Louder because I kept the real me so folded up and hidden away that even though I'm here now, I'm still trying to iron out the wrinkles. Louder because love isn't meant to be silenced. Louder because people aren't meant to be silenced. A month later, we're talking about it, and it almost feels like we're talking about 9/11. We get into the "where were you when it happened" types of conversations. We wipe each other's tears and decide to be louder because we're lined up. Thanks.
Hi. From forever with you. I'm glad I can be married to you. I'm glad that we can stay here too. Happy for all the time we can spend and take for it to have twin. I look forward to be see for eternity. And you can still time with me. So always be happy and never be blue. If I can be forever with you. Dr. Puzzles, in front of you. You use logic and sound clues, but every visit except for zero. And every square is column zero. Doesn't go here, doesn't go there. Turning down, now nowhere. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. You must be said to stay in God. You might make a mistake, you got it all wrong. You wish you've been doing something else all along. Thank you.
Oh, I got really nervous, you guys. This is such a good night. These poems are just, like, I found them really quick, so I was like, I need to read something new tonight. And as Ben pointed out in my poetry class, all I read are sex poems. So it's been a while since I've done those here. So
Tonight's the night? Woo!
yeah, I have 3 tonight. I have my summer.
Already.
It sounds so much more fun than it is. Okay, the first one is called Color. I pulled back your shower curtain to show you. Rivulets of red running down my snowbank thighs, ribbons wrapped across hairy calves and licking my ankles. The wedding dress in my closet has nothing to do with you. Its body bag zipped tight against billowing shrouds, a beaded halter top knotted behind the neck. On sheetless mattresses, I guide you home, hand pressed to the thundering call inside your chest, the handprint the color of teeth knocked on neck. They tell me the dress will yellow with age. The second one is called Bruise A. He clutches me like the star between my hips is the world's last raspberry kiss, a gravitational need to exist as yellow-brown thumbprints in someone else's skin. And the third one is called Bruise B. This is the fun one. I am a body burning through lace and thigh gaps, tits which kiss the whiskered lips of men I never see, blindfolded from the waist up so my eyes never have to speak to my sex. Not lips, but a malhinged maw, spitting my scent to attempt to swallow lovers whole, an open O face of aching for someone to thumb me, see if their knuckles fit the shadows of a 10-year-old bruise. Thank you.
Oh, these really are good tonight, aren't they? So I've got Sean, who's going to come up and read. Is there anyone else? Raise your hand if you want to get on the open mic. Okay, so Sean will be our last reader, and then we're all gonna mob Patrick in the back and have him sign a book for us. I did want to say thank you to the Logan Library. All of our videos are in front of this great wheat picture, except for 1 week of videos when somebody had knocked the picture down and the wall was bare and it felt like the room was just this terrible void of emptiness. But we have our wheat, so we're in good shape. Sean, come read for us.
Okay, so this is a poem that I've been working on in Ben Gunsworth's class, and I'm a non-fictionist, so that's where we're gonna start.
Brave.
So this poem is called Quiet. Body buried beneath blankets, sleepless night slips slowly past. Brown shag carpet reaches upward, touching tips of timber slats. Brother breathes on bunk above, cousin quiet curled on floor, whispers words from below bunk bed, beckons body down to floor. Body slowly slides to cousin, leaves soft blankets limp behind. Cousin quiet constricts body, silent swallows sleepy child. Bodies buried beneath blankets, sleepless night slips slowly past. Brown shag carpet reaches upward, touching tips of timber slats.
Thanks, everybody, and thanks to Jennifer for bringing Pat to us. And let's go back and put your chairs against the wall.